In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace a motor and install your torque dropout washers. You will need a wrench in size 19 and 10 millimeter, an Allen key in size 3 and 4, a cutter, and an adjustable wrench. First, cut the zip ties and unscrew and unplug the motor cable. Take your 19 millimeter wrench and unscrew the rear axle nut. Take out the bolts that secure the torque washers to the frame with a 4 millimeter Allen key. Remove the torque washers. Do the same on the other side. Next, hinge the derailleur back to remove the rear wheel. Next, remove the nut washers from the wheel. Next, we need a 3 and 4 millimeter Allen key and a 10 millimeter wrench. Remove the brake disc with a 3 millimeter Allen key. There are 6 screws you will need to remove. Then tap your wheel against the ground to remove the motor casing. Pull out all the gears so you can slide the new ones into your motor. Then insert the casing back on. If the axle's orientation is a little off, you can use a tool to rotate it. Screw all 6 bolts to your motor casing. Align your rotor and screw in the bolts. What you see here are the torque arm dropout washers. The ones on the left have a smaller threaded hole. The ones on the right have a larger hole and contain no threads. The washers on the left must be installed first, and the ones on the right must be installed afterwards, and they sit externally. First, rotate the axle upright so that the axle sides are perpendicular to the ground. Then insert your washers. It should point slightly leftwards on the left side of the motor and pointing slightly right on the right side of the motor. Now insert the wheel into the dropout of the bike. You will most likely need to rotate the axle again so that it sits flush into the socket. Grab your bolts and washers and secure the whole assembly into the frame. Remember, the threaded ones sit inside the dropout and the non-threaded ones sit outside the dropout. While doing this, use your adjustable wrench to squeeze to make sure the washers are sandwiching the dropout tightly with no gaps. Do the same thing on the other side. The bolt should be tightened all the way through. Insert the rear axle nuts and use a 19 millimeter wrench to tighten. plug the motor cable and tighten the silver ring around it to secure the connection. Use zip ties to secure the wires through the loops on the chainstay. Thank you guys so much for watching.